Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between WhiteRa and CauthonLuck here on Lost Temple. You guys probably want to see the game. We have WhiteRa spawning as the light blue Protoss player over here at the 12 or 1 o'clock position. Meanwhile, we have CauthonLuck spawning as the red Terran player over here at the 7 o'clock position. This shoutcast and this replay is sponsored by LU Computers. Go ahead and check out their link for StarCraft 2 tested computers on the top right hand side of their home page. WhiteRa most likely going to be opening up with a standard 9 pylon. There we go, and then continue to go out and mine. Meanwhile, we have CauthonLuck opening up with a 10 supply depot, and that supply depot is a little bit out of position. So perhaps both of those players just trying to get those down as quickly as possible. This pylon was actually a little bit later than normal. Actually, no, just right on time. Wow, absolutely perfect timing from WhiteRa on that one pylon there. Gonna go ahead and drop a gateway and perhaps gonna go scout. Yes, so Peppy the Probe out to do some scouting, or this Protoss Probe. Some of you guys don't like the nicknames. Just call him the Probe. Yeah. Coming soon in 2010, the Probe. Anyways, back over here, CauthonLuck also now getting a barracks here. We'll be getting a tech lab, and I guess there's just enough room also here for another supply depot. So this may be the front door that CauthonLuck was trying to lay down. Now WhiteRa moving around with this probe, trying to figure out where exactly CauthonLuck is spawning, and really wants to keep track if there is going to be a tech lab down on that one barracks. Also coming in, we're now seeing at a 14, perhaps a 15 racks, most likely going to be getting an orbital command center, and this game will be underway. Back over here, WhiteRa now getting that assimilator, most likely going to get a cybernetics core in a moment as well. That cybernetics core really helping to just push back against any damage that an early Reaper harassment will be able to do. Now a Marine being trained up, as well as this probe doing some scouting, orbital command being upgraded, so that orbital command will be calling down mules in just a moment. The supply depot now being laid down, and a tech lab most likely going to be laid down back over here. Yes, the tech lab, there we go, as this Marine goes goes hunting for probes. That probe now down to 10 shields and 20 hit points, and that Marine may be able to take it down, but the probe is already regenerating those shields and already back up to 12-8. Nice move and attack there, so WhiteRa may be able to escape. WhiteRa's probe down to 2 hit points, but this front door is completely sealed, and that probe will not be able to get anything off. And secondly, there is now a Zealot now running all the way across the map, may be able to take down this SCV, as one Marine gonna fire from the safety behind the supply depots. Zealot being forced back. This probe once again fully up on shields. Back over here, we now have the cybernetics core finally going down, and one Zealot play just trying to do as much harassment as possible. That Zealot, however, down to 70 hit points, perhaps trying to take down that tech lab. That tech lab will not go down, as there is a Marauder there, and now that we have the concussive shells on that Marauder may be able to start kiting that Zealot. Oh, the CauthonLuck does not see the Zealot and unable to take down that early Zealot, but he's still going to be able to take down that one probe there. So Zealot now running back, CauthonLuck taking back 2 of those SCVs, early SCVs, so important there, as this SCV now in play. Or sorry, the SCV now laying down a command center over here before there is even a barracks or a starport or a factory. Wow, so very, very heavy macro play coming in from CauthonLuck. Will it be able to work out for him, or will WhiteRa be able to scout this out and perhaps try to do some sort of 4-gate push? So if WhiteRa does a 4-gate push, he will be able to get a macro up a very, very large army very quickly. Instead going for a 2-gate with a Robo Bay, and now one Zealot and 2 Stalkers going to be trying to hold off this whole entire positioning there. So in come those Marauders. Marauders probably should have just come around the other side over here, and now one Reaper gaining sight, so very nicely done. So WhiteRa now pushing away. One Zealot going to get taken down. That Reaper also taken down as well, and down go, oh, Zealot down to 1 hit point, finally taken down there. Army wise, both players sitting at a fairly at the same size army, but if you take a look at the income tab, WhiteRa sitting on 24 harvesters versus CauthonLuck's 19, but you can already also see that there is only 1 refinery for CauthonLuck, and only mining with 2 SCVs out of that refinery. So he's not really trying to go for that heavy play, that heavy of a gas play. So only 2 SCVs on this gas, producing Marauders and training up some Marines, and now getting a bunker over here, getting a command center over here. So it is going to be 2 base play off of eventually 4 racks Most likely we'll also be adding those tech labs down as well, just trying to train up those Marines while he can, and then most likely going to be pushing in with a lot of Marauders in just a moment. Engineering bay now being laid down as well, really need some extra detection, so those missile turrets will be able to do that. On top of that, maybe try to get some level 1 weapons upgrade on all of these infantry units. Back over here, Bunkers has 1 Marauder and 2 Marines. That Marauder very low on hit points, as these stalkers now starting to be macroed up even further. Blink also being researched, so Blink with an observer, if an observer is being built, that is going to be very, very difficult for CauthonLuck to really be able to do anything about it. Once those stalkers get within that base, they're going to be able to essentially outmaneuver Marauders fairly easily, since they have a faster movement speed, and with that blink on a 10-second or 10 unit of time cooldown, may be able to get in some more. Are we going to get a backdoor pylon as well? So yeah, we're going to get a backdoor pylon here. This pylon will also be able to warp in units onto this high ground, as this observer will be able to give sight to this area over here. So stalkers will be able to blink up more units. Or do we have the warp gate? Yeah, warp gate research now being completed, blink research nearly completed as well. So CauthonLuck is going to have a very difficult time trying to fend off this attack. And back now, what Marines still being trained up, not enough Marauders. We are getting the combat shield upgrade, and now more stalkers being warped in here. Missile turret now being laid down, but that missile turret not going to be able to catch, and all of these stalkers going to be blinking onto this high ground. Yes, there we go, now blinking up, and these stalkers are going to be able to just run in and just kill a whole bunch of SCVs here. One observer there, Marine trying to take down that observer, and now coming in, stalkers blinking, doing a great job. Marauders and Marines stimming, trying to get within that 0 distance. More stalkers being warped in from the backhand side, and still continuing to just blink and trying to micro those lower hit point stalkers away. More units being warped in as well, blinking again as more units coming in, and CauthonLuck is really on the losing end of this fight. More Marauders being trained up though, so as long as those Marauders are able to continue to move on in, a lot of SCVs being idle, and that's going to be an issue there, as those stalkers just microing very, very well. More Marauders, or more stalkers coming in, more Marauders trying to join in on this fight as well. One Marauder down to 27 hit points, going to get taken down there, as there's SCVs just trying to come back in, and wow, very nicely done. WhiteRa with a very, very heavy, very, very aggressive attack, able to just pull a lot of SCVs off that mining. You can see WhiteRa sitting on 32 harvesters versus CauthonLuck's 28, but I do not think that WhiteRa knows about the he does know about the expansion over here, but this expansion is now fairly saturated and fairly well and fairly good at producing more and more units. Another pylon, another proxy pylon being built, as more stalkers being trained on up off of this proxy pylon over here, running off of a 4 gate, and now another observer gonna go ahead and join the party. No Ford, so no weapons upgrade. However, a missile turret quickly shooting down one observer there, and now this SCV is gonna go ahead and repair it, so no more blinking play coming in from WhiteRa. At this time, stay tuned for part 2 of this replay between WhiteRa and CauthonLuck here on Lost Temple.